Hi, everybody. This is Lee, and I'm talking about Governor Cuomo out of New York. He has released a report. It's his proposal, State of the State, nation's largest offshore wind energy project off Long Island coast. An unprecedented commitment to develop up to 2.4 gigawatts of offshore wind power by 2030. And I've spoken on this channel before about Rhode Island's project on Block Island. They have an offshore wind project. They were the first to develop that project to create a very intriguing and exciting offshore deep water wind energy power station that would transmit energy to the mainland. And so now New York is getting into the wind energy offshore generation game, and it's slated to be the best, the biggest in the nation, enough to power 1.25 million homes. And it's to there's going to be a master plan that's in the works right now. It's a preliminary proposal, and I'll post a link to the proposal in the description. But the offshore wind master plan is to be completed by the end of 2017 this year. And so, what they plan to do is build that power structure off of Long Island and make sure that it's out of view of the shoreline. So they're being kind of careful about how it's perceived from people on shore. And according to this report, it's critical to the governor's directive to reach 50% renewable power by 2030. And so that's what it looks like is happening under Andrew Cuomo. He called on the Long Island Power Authority to approve a 90 megawatt offshore wind project 30 miles southeast of Montauk, and it will be the largest wind farm offshore in the nation, not visible from the beach. And so he wants to develop up to 2.4 gigawatts of offshore wind power by 2030. And so the master plan is due by 2017. I'm just going to post a link to this master plan in the description and let you look through it. But the race is on. The race is on. Rhode Island was first. Apparently, New York is going to be second, but the biggest. We've got coasts all around the nation. What's Florida going to do? What's North Carolina going to do? How about Texas, the Gulf, or California? So it looks like it's going to be at the state level. I was hoping that we would have a national program to develop a renewable energy industry, but it looks like the Trump administration seems to be focusing on fossil fuels, despite all indications that solar is becoming more financially feasible than coal, and that there's a dropping of demand for coal. Also, that wind energy is second only to solar in terms of financial feasibility. So, it's kind of strange, the direction our executive administration has taken. I was pretty sure that Donald Trump would, being a builder himself, would say, we need to do new, exciting things. But apparently, it will not be at the federal level that these projects take place. It'll be under state governors, like it has been. Just certain regions implementing various types of energy. And I do believe in New York, there's also by Governor Cuomo an indication that he wants to follow China's example of what's happening in Ukraine with Chernobyl by converting that nuclear power plant into a solar station, a solar power station, retrofitting it for solar power. And that Governor Cuomo has similar ambitions for one of, I think, at least one of the nuclear power stations in New York. I'm going to try to find a link for that so people can read through it. So, it's at the state level, the governors with ambition, with the support of their communities, with the resources, are implementing these exciting renewable energy developments. And if that's how it has to be, then that's how it has to be. We congratulate those governors who have that type of vision and that leadership and that courage to step out into the future and lead their state. Definitely, there's bragging rights with that. I think Rhode Island can always consider themselves the first. We'll see what New York and what the other states do when they follow. Good luck.